fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to share with you an exciting unboxing. ArtDot contacted me and asked me if I was interested in trying out some of their new releases. Even though I am trying to reduce my stash, I couldn't resist, and I said, sure. So they sent me this box of canvases. So we're going to look at what this is. I haven't really looked at this. I didn't really know what it was, just that it was new kits they were putting out. And now that I'm in Canada, I have no idea how long this took to get to me, but it says that you get 12 premium canvases with the diamonds to go with it, wax, 6 pins, and 6 trays. I doubt I'm going to use the pins and trays, but we'll see. So they did send me a bunch of information about this. This is non-AI licensed art drawn by an actual person, so I'm super happy to hear that. And then I was even happier to see the artist, her inspiration is Studio Ghibli, which if you're not familiar with that, don't worry about it. But my daughter is a huge Studio Ghibli fan, so I'm wondering if maybe she would like any of these. So we'll see how things are going to go because there's 12 kits in here. So now I have to work extra hard to get my stash down. So this is the bottom of the box. Let me turn it over. And here it is. So you get 12 packs. So there's 12 kits in here. And you can see it says copyright Zoe Lee. That's the name of the artist. And then it has all of these kits in it. Wow, that's a lot. So yeah, 12 different kits. All right, let's open this up and see what they look like. Okay, let's see if I can get all these on here. All right, so here is our toolkit. So we get 6 of these, blue glitter pens with 3 space multi-placers on all 6 of them. So if you like those, I likely won't use any of those, but if you like these, I probably won't use these pens either, but I'll save them and pass them on. And then we get 6 little plates of that blue heart wax. That's cute. So 6 pins and 6 plates of wax. Doing good so far. All right. And then we just have all of the drills laid here on the top. Okay. So it does have the DMC codes on the drills. That's good. Love that. I'm going to assume this number at the beginning is probably how you match up which drills go with which kit. Okay. So I got all the drills out of the way. Then we get 6 little trays here, also blue. I wonder if they're different colors or if they're all blue. Oh, they're little stackable trays. They have the little things so you can hook them together if you want. And same thing, something I didn't show when I had the other ArtDot trays, and that was that you can stack them like this. So if a drill's in this tray, then I can pour out the drills using this one as a lid. They still have that weird little ledge thing right here though. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know what that purpose it serves, but it kind of hangs up drills. So, and these are awfully small and the walls are not very tall for me, so I don't know how much use I'll get out of these, but I can always pass them on to somebody. Okay, so we got our 6 trays, our 6 pins, our 6 plates of wax. Actually, I love how this is packaged. They're flat. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, assumed when I got them that they would be all kind of rolled up the way with the drills, the way that you normally get the more budget kit packages. So this one is called Under the Oak Tree, and it says down here, original by Zoe Lee. It is 14 by 10 or 35 by 25. Ooh, it tells you the count number of the drills. That's helpful. I'm assuming these are all round. I didn't look at that either. And then we've got a schematic on both sides. Okay, let me get these all out of the box so I can lay them flat, get the box out of the way, and I'll also grab my measuring tape because I forgot that too. And then we'll look at all these canvases. Okay, so here's this one. So we've got a schematic. Oh, so it starts at 1 over here, but then it continues over here. So this one painting has 40 colors. You do get a little thumbnail there. It is nice and sticky. The symbols seem nice and clear. Trying to see if there's any in here that I think I might have trouble telling apart. On this one, I don't see any anyway. Some interesting symbols on here, but that's okay. So this says 35 by 25. So that's 25 across, and it is exactly 35 this way. So that is the drill field, not the size of the canvas. So good to know. Under the oak tree. Okay, so how do I know which drills go with this one? Y2535? Nope, several of them have that number on there. Okay, not that one. Oh, I bet it's this one. UTOT, under the oak tree. So the Y52535 is on all of them. Let's see, number 27 is 939, is that correct? 27, ooh, is 907. So is that not the right one? 21 is 777. Okay, I think it's this one, but the numbers on here don't match because 21 is 720, but 22 is 777, which that one says. So they're like off by something. Looks like they might be off by one. Okay, before we look at the next one, what's the name of it? Rabbit and Daisy. So that would be R-A-D, if that is how I'm doing it. Okay, the numbers do match on the one that's marked R-A-D. So that must be how they're doing it. So under the old oak. So these are the drills that go with it. Now, it said there were ABs in every kit. So let me look here and see. Does it tell you which one is an AB? Because I can see an AB in the drills, but I don't. Interesting. Okay, there's 12 of these here. I'm not going to do a drill train for every single one, but let me just get out these first ones so we can look at it. So that's why the numbers are out of order. They've put the ABs at the end. So there's 3 ABs in this kit. So they're numbered 38, 39, and 40. So that is not going to correspond with those numbers. So that might be tricky for some of you who like to use the serial numbers. You need to go by DMC because 37 is listed as 3842 on the bags, but it's listed as 40 here. I guess you could still use serial numbers, just know for 445 because 445 is not designated as an AB over here. So that would be 8 instead of 38. So I guess you could kit them up via serial number. You just have to remember that the ABs are at the end. So that's why. So there's not going to be a ton of drills, but the ABs look nice. For this one, there's 2 green ABs and a yellow AB. And yeah, just looking at these, not a ton of drills. For this one, maybe more than others. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every single thing because there's 12 kits here. Okay, so that's drills for this one. Let's look at the next one. Oh, it's a cute little bunny. How cute. This one is Rabbit and Daisy. So that's this package of drills. And I do see there's a couple yellow ABs in there and a white AB. So there's a couple ABs in those drills as well. This one has, okay, so on this one, there's 23 colors. So it's a full schematic on both sides. So that's good. Again, drill count, shape, size of canvas. And these are all the same size. So, oh, here's a cute little one. Midnight lanterns, little Chinese lanterns with like little cherry blossom trees. Okay, so here's another one like the first. The symbols go here to 23 and then 24 through 30 are on this side. Cool. Okay, so this one is called Midnight Lanterns. So ML, do I have an ML? Here we go, Midnight Lanterns. That looks like the right kind of colors. And I can see 2 ABs, a pale yellow and like an orange in there. Move this down so you can see the whole thing. And then we have this one. This one is called Magic Farmland. So we've got like a little farmhouse here and some pine trees and then a little sky in the background. So 23 and then 24 to 30 over here. Magical Farmland. So here we've got this one. Can't tell if there's any ABs in this one. I don't see any ABs in this one, but it's kind of an outdoorsy scene, so maybe that makes sense for this one. And then this one, oh, it's koi fish. Cool. Lotus and koi fish. So 23 down to 32 on this side. And the number of drills is the same on all of these, which makes sense. They're all round and they're all the same size. So here's the koi fish. I do see some ABs there. I can see some white ABs right there. Oh, and it looks like there's an orange AB and then a red AB under there as well. So I might have missed some in that farm landscape. Oh, another bunny. So we have garden rabbit and lanterns. So again, 23 down to here. This one has 38 colors. Looks like maybe that's some water or something and then little plants and trees. So here's the drills for these. Oh, I can see a yellow AB right there and an orange AB and a white AB. So you are getting ABs with most of these kits, so that's nice. This one is kind of dark. Do I see any symbols that I'm going to have any trouble with? It doesn't look like it. They've used a nice mix of like white, numbers on different colored backgrounds with black, and then also different colored symbols so that they're not confusing. That's nice. Ooh, what is this one called? Floating lanterns. Okay, it's like a little boat here in all the water. So 33 colors on this one. So floating lanterns, that should be this one. So I can see yellow ABs right there and white ABs. Those will be nice. They're probably in the water and stuff. I don't know how many that is. How many have I done? 7. That was number 7. Oh, a couple of geese here. Oh, ducks, not geese. Ducks in a sunny day. Okay, so that's this one. So we've got 34 colors. And I can see a white AB and a yellow AB right there. So that might be fun to sprinkle some extra white ABs in on the ducks. All right, we've got 4 left. Ooh, more ducks. Ducks and lily. So we've got a white AB in here, and there's a pale blue AB. So it looks like almost all of these have at least a couple of ABs, which is nice. Lots of greens and blues in this one because of the lily pads and plants and everything. Only 27 colors in this one. Ooh, this one is nice and wintry. So we've got this nice little like cabin with pine trees with snow on them, the smoke coming out of the chimney, stars in the background. Ooh, I hope all those stars are ABs. That would be fun. So this is called Cozy Winter House. Ooh, it's got 3 ABs. So there is white, there is a light blue, and there is a yellow in there. I think that would be really fun. I like the reflection of it on the water there. So 33 colors for that one. And it does have all the DMC codes on there, so if you need those or want those are there. All right, 2 left. Camping Under Galaxy Sky is the name of this one. We've got the little tent and a fire here, and then we've got trees in the background, some smoke, stars, etc. Ooh, this one has a purple AB, and it looks like there's a green AB in there as well, and another like pink AB in there. I know they're probably hard to see on the camera because I'm not taking them out of the plastic, but I'm afraid if I do that, I'll never get them back in there. And I'm not going to do all 12 of these at once. That would be crazy. All right, and then this last one, another winter scene. This one has 31 colors. This one's called Cozy Cabin. So hopefully, again, the white's going to have some ABs, some pine trees, some smoke coming up, all the water here. And for this one, for sure, there's some white ABs. It looks like there's some yellow ABs in there. So for all the little lights and the reflections here, that looks like it'll be fun. And then there's an orange one as well. So again, little lights and reflections. And that should be the last one because I'm out of drills. Are we back to, yep, back to the beginning. Okay. I'm going to leave it like this on the cozy one because that just looks really cool. I'm going to have a hard time deciding which one of these I want to do first. Hey guys, future Daphne here. Well, future for me, future compared to what was filming before, but I guess past to you. YouTube is weird. Anyway, I'm interrupting here. We'll continue with the unboxing in a few minutes, but I wanted to talk to you guys. Remember when I kitted up the surprise project and you guys didn't know what it was? Well, you're about to find out. Here are all the drills. I had more than enough to finish everything. I had just a very little bit of trash you can see in here, and actually most of those were ones that were not really trash. They were just in the wrong color, or honestly they were ones that I dropped on the floor. There's a couple of pieces in there that are like trash pieces, but that's it for the whole kit. Now the kit is only 35 by 25, and as you might have guessed, it is one of the ArtDot kits. But I wanted to do one and finish it so I could give you guys kind of the complete thoughts about them, what I think of them, and whether or not I think it's worth the money. Again, I had enough drills. I didn't run out of anything. I had a couple of ABs. There should be ABs in every kit. I think I found one that didn't have it, but I might have just missed it because I didn't unbox all of the drills because I didn't think 12 drill trains would serve anybody's purpose. I will say, I know I complained about all the drills being separately packaged when I did Diamond Art Club's first mini kits, but I actually think it's a really good idea with these because the kits are bigger, because they're 25 by 35. It's a big enough size that I think it makes sense to package them separately because you're not going to do all of these in one sitting like I did with all the mini kits. That being said, let me take the drills away here. Let me refresh your memory. These are all of the kits. So out of all of the kits that you see here and the drills that I just showed you, what would you think it's going to be? So I think we can rule out anything that has super dark colors because the drills that I showed you, there were several pinks. So probably not this one if you picked the bunny. Probably not this one either. There's some purples in there, but I don't really see any pinks. Not the koi fish, not the farm. There's a few pinks there, but I think you could tell there's enough orange. That's probably not it. The cozy cabin, no. Probably not under the oak tree. There's some red, maybe pinks here in the ducks, but no, not the floating lanterns. So that means it was the Midnight Lanterns kit. So my thoughts, first of all, really love how they're packaged. So all the canvases are flat. It was super easy to slap on my washi tape because it was all flat. I didn't have to worry about creases. Something I forgot to mention earlier is that it is a soft lint canvas and it does have the scallop edges so it won't fray. Like I said, we had 30 colors. Some of the kits have more, some have less, but I think it turned out super cute. I picked this one thinking, oh, it won't have a lot of confetti. I don't know what I was thinking because clearly most of this is confetti. There is lots of blue in the background, but even that is kind of confetti-ish. But I think it turned out really well. I really like the little Chinese lanterns here. I kind of like all of these like cherry blossom trees. This took me around 10 hours to complete. Now, it could take more time if you want to take your time with it, but I was trying to get this one done so that I could show this to you as part of the unboxing of all of the kits so that you could kind of see what the finished product is like. I think it turned out super cute. I'll take some B-roll as always so you guys can kind of see close up. My drill work is not the greatest, mostly because I was hurrying and also because life's too short. I enjoyed the diamond painting. I'm moving on. If my drills aren't perfectly straight, that's okay. I will say the symbols were super clear. I didn't have any confusion about what went where, so that was good. I did have trouble with my putty and my glue, the glue dots. Now, that could be because I was using brand new glue dots, but I was really struggling with it. I actually dug out my old pink pen, one of the ones that I still have, and was using it in some places because I couldn't get my putty to work. That being said, the day that I was working on most of this, it was super warm, like above 80 degrees here. It was almost 90. It was super hot in the house. We don't really have air conditioning here like we think of it in the United States. We have heat pumps and we could switch them to cool, but we only have two and there's only one for the whole downstairs. So it's not really that effective, or it wasn't. So I think some of it was just the heat. I actually resorted to my pin in the refrigerator trick, which made my husband and my son laugh because they open up the refrigerator to get a drink and there's my pin sitting there to get my putty cold. But it worked. And I didn't have nearly as much trouble the next day. So some of the drills were a little inconsistent in size, but they weren't terrible. Again, I showed you the trash. I don't think they were any worse than other kits that I've done. And I think it turned out really nice to have a set of 12 of these that you could just pull out and work on. I say a small project. This may not be a small project to some people, but the fact that this is licensed, it's licensed art by an actual person. It's not AI. You get 12 kits in one package. I think it's a pretty decent bang for your buck. It's a little more expensive than the budget companies, but the budget companies typically aren't licensed art anyway, and they're typically 30 by 30 if you get the really inexpensive ones. So I think it would be worth it. I don't know if I would buy this particular set just because the art style is not necessarily my thing. I like a couple of the paintings, but I think for me to purchase, I'd have to like at least half of the paintings because the other half, I think I could find other people who would do them or whatever. But yeah, super cute. Didn't take very long. And I know I still have 11 other ones that I can pull out if I want a small project where I can get a quick win. So that's all my thoughts after completing one of them. Let me take you back to the rest of the unboxing video. So we have 8B drills. I'm assuming with every canvas. I didn't see it on the farm one, but there's supposed to be some with every canvas. So you match kits. It said by the serial number, but it's not really the serial number. All of them have the same serial number, so it's really by the little acronym. So Cozy Cabin is CC. The Under the Oak Tree was UTOT. Once you get that figured out, then it's pretty easy to match the drills. So again, there's 12 of these. They're all 35 by 25. I don't know if this is still the price. You'll just have to visit the link down below and check out how much they cost, because it depends on where you are. and all of that, but $45.99 was the cost US that they're selling these for. Again, depends on where you are in the world at the moment, how much it's going to cost to get it to you. And I don't know. I should look and see if these are available on their Amazon store, if they're only available from their website. But either way, there'll be a link down below to their website so you can go check them out for yourself. I'm curious to see, these are all by the same artist. Do they have other sets that are by different artists? Because that would be fun to see. But I do like that they give you the schematic. I like how they're packaged. I think packaging them flat like this and then putting the drills on top instead of rolling the canvases makes way more sense. I love that they give you the drill count, and I like that the size they give you is the drill field size, not the size of the canvas, because that makes it easier when you're trying to figure out framing and everything. At least it does for me. And I love that it is art drawn by an actual person. You know, some of these may seem similar because it's the same artist drawing them. So in that respect, maybe this isn't something everyone would want to do because you don't like a particular artist that they have that much. But if there is an artist you like that much that you could get all of these images from, that might be really cool. So huge thank you to ArtDot for sending me all of this stuff. Like I said, I wanted some small ones, so when they offered these to me, I said yes. I wasn't sure of the size, and I didn't think there were going to be this many. I thought I was just getting a couple, so I'm kind of overwhelmed that there's 12 in a package. But that's okay. They're nice and small. These are probably paintings that would take me between 4 and 6 hours to complete. So not probably in a day, but a couple of days I could have at least one of these done. I'm really impressed. So 45, $46 divided by 12. I don't know what that is, but that seems pretty cheap for 12 diamond paintings. And good quality. I've done some, wait, let me think. Have I done an ArtDot before? I've bought some of their stuff, their trays and things like that, but I don't think I've actually ever done an ArtDot diamond painting. So I'll have to see how these turn out. Huge thank you to ArtDot. Let me know down in the comments if you think this is a good way to package. What did you think of the packaging? Would you use the trays and the pins? Like I said, I like the trays, just they're probably too small for me, and I already have other trays that I work with better. But let me know your thoughts, and also let me know your thoughts about buying 12 in a package like this. Is that more cost effective? I mean, then you get 12 paintings in one box, right? Instead of having to pay for however many boxes somebody would decide to ship them in. And I like that they're laid flat so you don't get them all wrinkled and crunched if they got crushed in shipping or you're trying to iron out the creases or anything like that. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.